Do you think
I just
people
know this shit
change?
crazy. Yeah, I definitely think we change. I think we change a lot. I would say we completely change, not completely change, but we're a whole different version of ourselves within every 5 to 7 years. And then every year is like a gradual difference.
Yeah, that's what I always say. 7 years. But I mean, like to think about it, like if you really think about it, like last year, my life was completely different. So
Completely different. Your life has
maybe
changed
that was
dramatically,
like the threshold, you know, that was like
but
where 7 years passed by. I don't
I
know.
mean, sure, you could look at it, but I also feel like, there's just some times where there's drastic changes. I'm sure I'm a totally different person than I was a year and a half ago when I moved to LA. I got
Yeah,
thicker skin, I got more responsibilities, I got shit that, I can't fail here. I can't afford to
yeah.
fail.
No, because
So,
I feel like I've changed as well. But then, like sometimes we hang out with people like Dro, for example, our friend Dro. I feel like he's the same fucking dude that
same
he
person.
was like 5 years ago than when we first met
10,
him. 10 years ago,
15,
like he's he's still the same guy.
still the
There's
same person,
nothing
bro.
different about him.
Nope. But I mean, some people are just like that. There's some people that won't change, and there's some people that do change.
Yeah,
I personally think I changed a lot. I know
right.
you changed a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely certain people that I talk to sometimes, and I'm like, oh wow, this person's exactly the same person that
Yeah, for
I
sure.
last talked to
For
years
sure.
ago.
For sure. It's crazy because I think I definitely seen a crazy shift, in this in you and how you changed in the past year, and same thing with our other good friend Larry,
Right.
because he had a kid and all that. So
Mm-hmm.
just like in the past 2 years, like the 2 year progress of everybody, we're different people through experiences and things like that.
Yeah. You've been evolving a lot too. Not like in a relationship uh scenario, but as far as your career.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
for
you
sure.
you're definitely a lot better than when you first came to LA.
Oh yeah,
Like you have an awareness of like what it's like really being on set now and knowing certain terms and
yeah,
knowing people's roles and you just even having more creativity because you've been
yeah.
practicing more.
Exactly, bro. And that's what it is. That's why I just got to put this fire and turn it into a torch and get it going. Get it going. Cannot stop.
Yep.
It just it's frustrating at times, because I envy the fact that you chose to just do YouTube, and like you're able to do that. I can't do that. I can't just choose one thing. Like I want to do YouTube and I'm doing YouTube, but it's going to be at a way slower rate because my efforts are in other things. You know what I
Wait,
mean?
what do you mean? Like you're saying that you can't like just change what you're doing like willingly?
I can't just do one thing. Like I cannot just do YouTube. Like I have to. I love doing skits and I'll never stop doing skits.
Uh-huh.
YouTube, I love doing YouTube. Clients, I kind of get a little bit of a high from like dealing with clients and just being able to get a sale and
Like
negotiating, getting
satisfying them.
yeah, yeah, or and like just being able to myself like selfishly get better,
Mhm.
get be a better salesperson, be a better communicator, be a better director, knowing what they want as a vision and trying to make that come to life, and communicating with people and all that.
But you like it even when you're stressed? Cuz I remember when we shot a music video a couple weeks ago, you had a lot of duties in that job because you're directing the project and I saw how stressed you became. Like do you like that? Like do you feel I mean obviously you feel like satisfied afterwards because it paid off
Right.
and it came out good, but like at the time when you're actually directing it, like are you in a good place? Are you enjoying yourself?
I mean, yes and no, because there's like no time to really sit there and think like, wow, this is awesome. Like I might do that. There's times that I'll be like, damn, this is dope. I'll take that minute. But there's
Yeah.
just so much responsibility and so much pressure on the board that you're like, I'm a robot at that point. I'm just like tunnel vision. Let's just move forward. Let's get this done. This is what we got to do. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, it's like a problem that you have to solve.
yeah, but I love that personally because that pressure is only making me better because there's gonna be so much more bigger shoots, bro. That was nothing compared to what we're gonna do,
No,
and
yeah, for sure.
you know what I mean. So if
I
I
just
can't
like,
handle that, I can't handle anything bigger. You know, if I can am able to handle that video and how it comes out, now I know I'm able to take the next step. I'll feel
hmm
so much more confident when somebody comes up to me and be like, "Hey, I got $100,000 to make this short film. I want
right.
you to produce it, direct it, and help me write it." I'm gonna
hmm
feel a lot more confident. You
Yeah.
know, because it could be scary, bro, if you're not used to this stuff. And there's a lot of creators out there that are either just starting out or they're just creating on their iPhones or something that's not too expensive where they don't necessarily know too much of their craft. And when you get hit with if somebody comes up to you and says, "Here's 100K, let's create a short film." Personally, 4 or 5 years ago, I would be nervous as shit. I would take it on, but I would be nervous as shit to create a short film if somebody
Yeah.
presented me the opportunity with $100,000 on the table.
Right, because I mean, especially because I mean, even now, like I would like the thing
I mean,
about
yeah,
someone else giving you $100,000 makes you think like, oh fuck, I need to make this guy's money back plus more because he's
you're right,
investing
right,
it for a return. So it would
right.
like even till today, it would still be a lot of pressure,
A
and
hundred
there's
percent.
people like dealing with that with millions of dollars.
Yes. But in order to deal better with that pressure, I could deal with it better today because I took on that pressure of that music video. Because there was a
Yeah,
shitload of pressure on me. At the end of
right.
the day, if it flopped, it was all gonna fall on my shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
From everybody's perspective, from the crew to all the parents that were there and their kids that put in this effort, from
Yeah.
the managers to the actual artists and the people, my clients that were paying me. You
Yeah,
know,
and that's only a few
everything.
$1,000s. Imagine a couple millions.
Exactly, bro. So I mean, this was definitely the biggest budget that I ever dealt with because to rent the school, all the people involved, getting COVID compliance officers, we had 50, 60, 70 people on set, bro.
If you
So,
guys don't know what project we're talking about, it's actually out right now on YouTube. It's called Baby I by Piper Raquel. It's a music
yeah,
video that Nick directed and I shot and edited. So it came out pretty cool, actually. I like the
yeah,
way it
yeah,
came out.
yeah. I,
But
I mean,
obviously everything doesn't go according to plan, but
right.
for what it's worth, it was really good, I think.
No, yeah, for sure, 100%. And I mean, I, I it came out good. I don't think it came out great, but that's because there's just some things that are out of your control. Like we expected more extras to be on set. That didn't happen, so we kind of had to cheat it and
Improvise.
improvise exactly. And you're
Yeah.
gonna deal with that all the time. Plus, the amount of work that went into it was a 1 day shoot. It was a 12-hour shoot, and we shot 4 different locations, carrying a whole bunch of different equipment. It was a lot of work.
Mm.
And I actually just saw it yesterday again for the first time in a couple weeks, and it almost has 10 million views.
That's
It was
crazy.
trending. It was like number 38, I think, on YouTube at one point.
Yeah. That's a lot of people, Jesus. Oh my
That's a lot
god.
of people. That's a lot of people, bro.
Yeah,
And
man.
it's perfect because we have our names attached to it. So if
Yeah.
anybody asks something like, "Hey, we're responsible for this,"
Yeah.
really it feels good to seeing that from the beginning, from getting that first initial phone call like, "Hey, we have a song, we want to create something, we want to shoot it out of high school, what do you got?" And then coming up with an idea, a story,
Yeah.
really fixing the story together, getting choreography involved. People don't see the
It's a lot of
amount.
little pieces for
it's a,
sure.
it's so much. People do not see that when they just watch a 3 minute 2 minute music video.
They
You know what I
watch the
mean?
music video and they be like, eh.
That shit sucks. Fuck it.